it's a slippery slope. But I also feel like I'm very fair.
You are fair. I told you I watch.
Like I'm not a Wendy Williams. Like she's injured now, and people don't even
She's
care.
the GOAT. Wendy Williams is the GOAT. People are now finally coming around and be like, you know what? We was wrong about Wendy Williams.
But Wendy, what go? Say what you want to say about Wendy.
I was gonna say that because she has said so many terrible things, people don't even care that she's in the place that she's in now.
That's the thing. Like, Wendy used to cut into people, and she would have a lot of negative. It was never. It was rarely anything good.
People were kind of looking at her like, that's what you get because you brought all that negativity into the world.
You don't have to do that.
The karma is coming for you.
But now people are starting to.
But now people are starting to feel sympathy for her.
So easily, so well, so
often.
Do
we tear down our own so easily? I don't know.
So often, so quick, so soon. No.
We're so quick to pick everybody else.
Smith to a Wendy Williams to a.
Steve ain't said that on my nerves.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Because my thing is, he been yelling like it's the yell for me. But I think that what really like set me off was the whole Will Smith Denzel thing. Okay. I mean, not Denzel. He didn't slap Denzel. Sorry, Denzel. Chris Rock. Like he was saying that black people don't need to go support Bad Boys 4 because we should all be mad at Will Smith for slapping. Did he slap you?
He's about to. LeBron was about to slap him.
Yeah, like he just be saying the wildest things to me, and I just be feeling like it be giving like raccoon. It do.
And that's the thing. So that's like, Eric, how do you feel about that? Because we as a people, we're very quick to say negative things towards our own in certain capacities. It might be a little over the top, but I feel like we rarely see a lot of that in like the white community. Or I could be wrong. Maybe we just don't see it as much because we black.
You don't see it.
Maybe we
don't. Think so?
Maybe it's behind closed doors.
But even
they have
blogs,
the decency to do it behind
blogs. It is.
They get away with more because it's not put out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Behind closed doors, they're probably they're strategic with their shit.
Their shit
Black people are just
doesn't get put out as much.
So you think we tore down Diddy too fast?
What?
Let's talk about it because we talk about because he's the latest tear down.
And for sure.
And before him, it was R. Kelly. So did we tear them down too fast?
Okay, wait. First of all, with both of them, okay, so we can both say we're both proud of P. Diddy for building an empire, being a super successful black man. Everybody loved him for that. Yes. But then we're figuring out that you're actually a bad guy.
Yeah.
And
Two things can be true.
Yes.
Two things can be true.
Proud of you. Love that you're succeeding. But then, nigga, you're still wrong. Why the hell are you doing all that shit? Yeah. Beating bitches' asses, drugging people.
Blowing up Kid Cudi cars.
Blowing up.
That's insane.
So I'm saying, I can root for you, but it's like, if you're wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat the shit. You're wrong, you shouldn't have done that. And same with R. Kelly. Nigga, you have issues. You should have been in therapy. You should have been trying to figure out your demons that you have going on with yourself.
Right.
And that's a lot of things that black people don't like doing. We have so many issues, and we're just trying to mask it, when really we need to dig deeper and figure out what the fuck is going on with us. When have you heard of black people really going to therapy like that? We always talk shit about it. Like, I'm not going to no damn therapy.
Couples therapy on VH1.
But not a lot of people do that. So that's what I'm saying. I can say I'm proud of them. I like that they were succeeding and stuff at the time. But then at the same time, it's like, you niggas are making us look bad just because of stuff that you were doing behind closed doors.
But do you think it's do you think they over-smeared Diddy situation as opposed to someone else who might have a similar situation where you don't hear as much about?
Yes.
I think a good comparison.
Because that's the thing.
I think a good comparison is Diddy and Dan Schneider.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good
comparison because
there's actually a ton of white folks that have done the same or worse than Diddy.
Absolutely.
That do not get the same type of
federal
indictments that this guy's getting.
Not even close.
Because Dan Schneider is still walking the earth.
Freely. Still getting his Nickelodeon checks and having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made a little documentary on him, but it didn't.
And it was a good one too.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
He made a statement after. My bad. I didn't know it was like that. Cool.
Those people in that documentary will never work again.
We don't
because
and we don't hear anything else about it.
But also the problem is the biggest stars did not come forth. Like
That's
Ariana Grande, she was just like, I didn't go.
Yeah.
Technically, she was like, I didn't go through that. Like if she,
Yeah, same
like
with-
if Ariana would have came out and said something, he would have been done.
Yeah.
Because of her,
Yes.
because of her.
Same with our homie Leon. Like,
Yeah.
Leon didn't say anything, and I don't think he experienced any of that.
Yeah.
But if he would, it might have been different.
It would have been
Yeah.
different, like, but because it was just like the smaller stars, like Kyle Massey's brother, like it was like, even some of the parents was coming out like, we didn't go through that. It was just like, girl, shut up. Like, what did you?
Yeah.
You look
So
dumb.
the Diddy thing is because of Cassie came out, because she's really the only big name person to say that they experienced something from him.
Do you call
And
Danny Kane?
Who?
Don from
Danny
Danny.
Kane.
Yeah.
She been saying stuff
Aubrey.
for years, but it wasn't
Yeah,
really. Like,
it
we
wasn't
like,
as
ah,
big
that's
as
Don,
Cassie.
whatever.
No, Dawn never really said anything. Aubrey was, I think, the white girl.
Aubrey.
Aubrey been saying something. Don finally said something, but then
Cassie's the one who set it off.
Cassie said it all, but it was only
Set it
because
off.
she would know.
Yeah, and you see her all in the public eye. She was everywhere.
But
so
you
it's like
trying to tell
everybody
me
knew.
out of the thousands of mega A-list stars that was around Diddy, Cassie's the only one that saw something?
No.
Come on, she's
They
the
just
only
wanna
one
say
that's
nothing.
saying something. The rest of them are acting like, oh, I never experienced anything bad.
Because
But
nobody
they-
wants to get into
It's gonna,
that.
it's
Y'all
gonna,
all there.
it's gonna come out though when it actually when it goes to
People don't like let things go to court anymore. It's right out the gate, like you're done.
But them lawsuits, like the people that's in them, like in them documents, like when that goes to court, it's gonna get tricky.
Yeah.
Like the Usher's in there, the Mary J's is in there,
Bieber.
the
Bieber,
Justin Bieber's in there.
That's probably also why they have to be quiet, because they know they're gonna have to go to court and answer to whatever they say now.
That's why everybody trying to get their tours out.
You think it's about to be like
It's
that?
about to be a,
Bread.
what? It's about to be a wrap.
Isaiah, shifting gears, coming from South Central, did you always know you were going to get into entertainment industry? Because you're from here.
Did I know that? So my mom and dad sing. So
Okay.
like my whole family sings. So I knew in some capacity I was going to sing, but I just didn't want to do gospel because
That's what they
I seen how. Okay, so my grandfather's Joe Logano of the Mighty Clouds of Joy. So that's one of like the
I
biggest
don't
like
know.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he was like the lead singer, and so I just seen how that worked as a child, and I was like, I don't want to do that. And then
How did that work?
Yeah, how'd that work? That's what
it just worked. Like my mom was like, I wouldn't really go to like church outings and like I'll be at my home church, but like I wasn't really like engulfed in like the quartet and all that. Like she low key kept me away from that. And then growing up, like they would give me my mom and dad songs, and I felt like I couldn't sing at first because I just didn't know what I was doing. But after a while, you get tired of sounding bad, so you're like, we have to figure this. We have to fix this. So eventually, I fixed it. But in church, they'd be like, oh, you too R&B for church, and so it would just always be a disconnect situation. So yeah, it was just kind of like I wanted to do that. I didn't know that it was gonna be to this capacity. Like I went to Westchester High School, and I didn't really.
That sounds prestigious.
Not really. It wasn't prestigious. It was away from Crenshaw and Dorsey. Like it was like that way.
I've heard of those.
Yeah, like I wanted to go there, but I went to Westchester because it was just I went to Overwrite and then Westchester, and it was like the fashion schools, but like it was still ghetto. I needed a little bit of ghetto. I'm not gonna lie, it's just in me.
Oh, okay.
And so I went there. I was supposed to leave in 10th grade and go to Hamilton because Hamilton was the performing arts school, but I was just so engulfed in Westchester and just that. So I wasn't really singing. I was singing in the hallways and like on Instagram, but I wasn't like really singing like that. KJLH came to my school, did like a talent show thing for like inner city youth, and so I did that. The guy his name is Brandon Rainey, he does like plays and like stuff in Inglewood and stuff like that. He came to one of my rehearsals. He was doing Lion King, and so then I got engulfed in there, and that's kind of how it started. Was doing that, then got the Kanye gig, did the Kanye West Sunday service gig for like 3 years. Went to the cruise.
Singing in the choir?
I sang that. I sang that for like 3 years. Started at Coachella in like 2019.
Are you doing his new choir?
No, I'm not about to cut my hair and be bald headed and cry you a little bill for nobody.
That came across our
I just
email.
I just couldn't. And I told people, like, the people who've been in the choir, and if you shave your hair for that, I'm judging you. I know the thing is, like, we listen and we don't judge. I have my gavel, and we're going to court. You're going to jury duty with me. Because it's no way that you're cutting your hair for somebody who changes his mind so fast. You could cut your hair and then be bald, and he'd be like, I don't want to do this no more.
Like Tyra Banks, like America's Next Top Model. I don't want you no more. I'm sending you home.
And you're going home.
Yes.
Like change people's whole look and send you home. Like I could never.
I would have to fight her. You're not gonna make me shave my whole fucking head, and then now you're sending me home.
But she's not.
That same week.
That same week.
I punch. But yeah, so and I can honestly say them when I was with the choir, it was one of the greatest moments of my life.
Nice.
We didn't.
Easy to work with.
Yeah, we didn't deal with it. He wasn't angry. He wasn't spazzing out on us. Like, well, can we say spaz on us? He wasn't going. Sorry, I'm trying to be correct, but he wasn't like going.
You can't say spaz on TikTok.
No, you can't say it. No, like Beyonce put spaz in her song, and that was like it's what is that? It's
a slur.
It's a slur against. You can't say
no.
Like
Slur
mentally,
against what?
When you're mentally challenged.
like a mental.